Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am proud to present a brand new video for brand new cinema content for the first time in ages. The last time I went to the cinema was to watch Sonic the Hedgehog all the way back in early March. It is now late August. The cinemas are reopened with new content as well as old. So today's vlog video, I went and watched Tenet. That's right, the brand new Christopher Nolan spy drama action film. What can I say about this other than it is magnificent, visually stunning. It literally is a feast from for the eyes. I will admit that let's get this out here, Lager, right now. It was a bit confusing in parts. In terms of dialogue and what's exactly going on, but please do not let that distract you. What you're watching is something amazing and something that definitely needs to be seen in the cinema. If anybody offers it to you on a pirate, or you know, like you go down the streaming route, please avoid that. Watch it in the cinema. Cinemas at the moment are reasonably priced still. It's worth watching at the cinema. I guarantee you watch it on any other format, you just won't get the same feeling or reaction. Having said that, down the line, you will watch it on DVD or Blu-ray or on Netflix, and that's to be understandable. But at the moment, you know, go to the cinema, watch it as many times as you can, or just once. Either way, it's worth watching. So here we are. Christopher Nolan, like you may know, has directed some of the most magnificent films over the past 15 to 20 years, like classics such as Memento, Inception, the Dark Knight trilogy, Insomnia, Dunkirk, Interstellar. Although those last two I've mentioned, I haven't seen, but I know that they are magnificent films in terms of its canon. A good friend of mine said, with this film, you get the best and worst of Christopher Nolan in terms of in terms of his CV, and that's not a criticism. That's just like what it is. This guy Nolan, he certainly is a visualist. In terms of storytelling, he doesn't always hit the mark. I'd say out of 100%, he's about 80 to 85, in terms of complete and being a storyteller. But in terms of his films, keeping the audience on tenterhooks every single time, nobody does it better than that. So without having said, without the tributes to Christopher Nolan, enough of that, the film itself is somewhat a tribute film for Christopher Nolan, made by Christopher Nolan, which sounds like a bit pretentious, but it's not. It is what it is. So on to the actual film. Itself, rather than just talking about a lot of the Christopher Nolan love for ages, onto the actual film and why you should go see it. So I'm gonna try and keep it as spoilerific as I can. Sorry, non-spoilerific as I can. I can't really reveal too much, to be completely honest, because I keep saying, with these videos, it's the whole point. If I reveal the whole thing, what's the point in watching? You can just watch this video. Although, that will give me great pleasure. I'm not gonna be everyone just watching the video, they pay me, instead of paying the cinema. But the actual idea of these videos is to recommend to said person or said consumer. So here we go. With this film, imagine if Christopher Nolan decided to make a Bond film. In many elements, this is what you've got. There were a few elements in his previous film, like Inception, Inception was the tip of the iceberg of what it would be like if Christopher Nolan directed a Bond film. This is his full-blown version of what a Bond or spy film would be. The main actor, John David Washington, a magnificent actor, who, like you may or may not know, not from a previous film, Black Klansman, which is another film I highly recommend. Alongside him is Robert Pattinson, who I have to say has truly stepped out of his Twilight persona in the last decade. A magnificent actor in his own right, and of course will be playing Bruce Wayne Batman in the next Batman film titled The Batman. If you haven't seen the trailer for that already, go watch it. Robert Pattinson, magnificent actor. On villain duties, you've got Kenneth Branagh, who is one of our national treasures, a magnificent actor. Every film like he's in, Kenneth Branagh brings life. Be it action, be it Shakespearean. Like he's Nolan like a regular as well. Like so that helps. Speaking of Nolan like a regulars, like Sir Michael Caine. He's not in it for very long. Like the scenes like he is in. Well, there you go. Like Michael Caine, always brings light, lots of films, and of course, where there's Christopher Nolan, there will be Michael Caine. So there you go. Elizabeth Debicki is the is the female lead in this. Alongside her, in the supporting is Clemens Posey. A completely unrecognisable until you've seen him a bit later, Aaron Taylor Johnson, and surprisingly Himesh Patel, who some people like me and others will recognise as Tamwa Masood, in EastEnders all them years back, and last year in the Danny Boyle film Yesterday, really carving out a bit of a Hollywood career for him. From EastEnders to a Danny Boyle film to Christopher Nolan, he's going to cast the next James Cameron. Who knows? Himesh Patel has a bright future in Hollywood, magnificent actor. So on to the actual complex, confusing, not easy to explain plot. More or less, John David's Washington's character, his actual character is known as the protagonist. And he is pretty much the protagonist of this whole film. He is a spy recruited to take down Kenneth Branagh's Russian oligarch character, to thus prevent him from creating a nuclear war. I would divulge more into the plot, but go watch the film. See for yourself. Try to decide for yourself. I will give a word of warning. It is one of them films where you might need to see 2 or 3 times, but that's great because sometimes you miss certain things in certain films, and you can watch them over again and say, brilliant, I didn't recognise that last time, I can see it this time. And at the same time you are you're watching it again and again, and it is the type of film that requires repeated viewings just for comfort. And there's nothing wrong watching the same film over and over again if you enjoy it. That is what cinema, and that's what your favourite films are all about. Like I say, it's stunning visually. It's magnificent. Something you'd love to see in the cinema. Anywhere else just doesn't do it justice. A bit on IMAX. The score and the music in this is magnificent. As is of all Nolan films. What I love about the Nolan films is that you're watching a scene. There's a little bit of grating music coming on, and then boom, that's what creates his scores. The music is always a big part of Christopher Nolan's films. Visually spectacular, the music, and the cast. No one puts a cast together like Christopher Nolan. He's he's magnificent like a director, in terms of like the assembling of casts, and that's what like I think defines like the great directors from like the others. They continuously work with people like they known as safe hands, and that like, so like for instance, you know, Tarantino likes to work with Samuel Jackson, Leonardo like DiCaprio, Tim Burton like for many years worked like with Johnny Depp, Martin Scorsese, De Niro, and so on. Like James Cameron, I'm not sure like who he's like regulars is like, but so on and so forth. You know, like the directors like their safe hands to work with the same actors over and over again because they know what they're gonna get. They know they're gonna get a performance out of them, and it works. I digress. Go watch Tenet. So I was gonna say, yeah. So it comes to the point of the video. Why should you go watch this film? Well, if you like Christopher Nolan films in general, if you like action, if you like spy films, if you like just watching something visually spectacular, and if you just want a bit of escapism, and that's another thing I'm not gonna say. Escapism. It ticks all the boxes. So either if it ticks one or all of them boxes, go see this film. And I have to say as well, like just a quick side note, it's absolutely amazing that we've got our cinemas back open. In the history of the cinema as a business, up until recently, it has never been closed. During the war, they stayed open like for propaganda films, like for newsreels, etc. It's the first time ever cinema as an industry has been brought to its knees and shut its doors. And now it's open again. I think we're all richer and the better for it, you know. It was so lovely to see so many people in the cinema last night watching like this film, and I'm hoping that this film, along with a few others, like will really bring cinema like back up to its not to its pedestal, like to actually like bring in like the money again. Of course, streaming formats, the Blu-rays and DVDs, obviously are still important, and there are many ways to watch films. But cinema will always, like in my mind, be the true form of entertainment to watch these certain films. And long may it continue. Like I'm really hoping like that Tenet like will bring in the money, and you know, if there was one film to bring cinema back with a bang, post-lockdown, it most certainly was this one. So, yeah, absolutely. So on to the rating. It doesn't quite get the 6 out of 5 treatment, like to most big wow films I do sometimes give. I know it's supposed to be like 5 out of 5 and that. I tell you what, I'm not going to give it 5 stars. I want to give it 5 stars. The only fact I'm not going to give it 5 stars is the fact that in some cases it can be a bit confusing in terms of what you're watching. Maybe if I gave it like another I say like maybe like I'll give it another viewing and I fully digest everything once again, it will get its 5th star. So I'm going to be generous. I'm going to say, I don't like to give men 0.5s often, but I feel as though this is the case. I will give Tenet 4.5 out of 5. It's a magnificent film. I urge anybody to go and watch this film as many times as possible, or just once, you know. Either way, if you want a good like night out to watch a film, this is definitely it. So go watch Tenet as soon as you can. I can finally say this again, get thee to a cinema and watch Tenet. So yep, anybody who wants to like, share and subscribe, please do. Thank you for watching, and whatever's up on the horizon, I will recommend it. So thank you very much for watching, and have a good day. Bye bye.